So, challenge 6. What else can you do with this? So, let's change the code so we get even more patterns. So, we can change things around here. So, let's repeat this 45 times and change the turn by 8 degrees. So, let's see what happens now. Our pattern is not as dense. Now, if you notice here, if I multiply my 45 by 8, what do we get? So let's bring my calculator up. So 45 times 8 equals 360. Oh, that's interesting. That's the amount of degrees in a circle, or going round one time. Is the amount of degrees for 4 angles of the square, 360. Okay, that's interesting. So let's now go back to here. What was it before? It was 90, and we had that as 8. That was 4 degrees. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, there is our original one that we did. So let's go back to the calculator. Let's clear that. Let's do 90 times 4 equals 360. Do you see what I'm doing here? We can change the number of repeats. The product of the repeats times the degrees has to equal 360. Now it could be more, but if I do more, so let's say 100 here, and then change that to 6, let's see what happens. It's going to go round, it's going to create our pattern just like this, but it's going to keep going because we're doing it 100 times. So it's going to change the colour. That's okay to do, but it's not being exact, is it? So let's change this back to 45 and 8. And now what happens if we change some of these other numbers? So instead of moving 100, let's say 150. Okay, and let's see what happens then. We get a bigger pattern. So you can play around with this and create your own patterns. Let's change this back to 100 and let's move 10 steps. Now let's move 5 steps every time we draw the square. So now let's see what happens. A completely different pattern. Let's do 10 steps. So now play around and change your numbers in your code to see what different patterns and shapes you can make. Just experiment.
Thanks for watching. Please click the like button and please subscribe to this channel for more educational technology videos. Until next time, goodbye.